Red Baron, sending good vibes your way. Drive safely. Saying good morning to Curtis and Delia Matthew. Sending good vibes to you guys. Have a wonderful day. The good folks of J. Asafan and Company, good morning. Sandra, sending good vibes your way. The man Franklin Reed, do take it easy.
DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
This morning's headlines: a Salisbury farmer is Dominica's Farmer of the Year for 2025. St. Vincent and the Grenadines is preparing to launch the Citizenship by Investment program. And the U.S. says it has seized an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela. Details of the morning news right after this.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Transform your meals with the superb quality that is found in Robert's products. Become a master baker with bubble crease shortening. Add a touch of love to your food with Sunflower Soft Luxury Spread. Perfect your bread with Glow Spread Margarine. Add mellow cream, that tastemaker flavor to all your gravies, soups, and stews. Robert's, for the love of cooking. Distributed by Fine Foods, the biggest distributor of the biggest brands found in Dominica.
DBS News.
Welcome back to the DBS Major Morning News. The news this morning brought to listeners through the kind compliments of Fine Foods Inc., HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited, and Petro Caribe. My name is Curtis Matthew. Here we go with our lead story. Salisbury farmer Stephen John Jules has been named Dominica's Farmer of the Year for 2025. John Jules was among several in the agricultural and fisheries sectors recognized yesterday by the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Blue and Green Economy.
Our 2025 Farmer of the Year, Mr. Stephen John Jules, rises from the rich farming heritage of Salisbury, where his grandfather planted the seeds of passion that became his life's calling. Today, cultivating 25 acres of crops to include exotic fruits, pineapples, yams, citrus, vegetables, and root crops, he supplies fresh, quality produce to markets across Dominica, strengthening food security, advancing the rural economy, and showcasing resilience and sustainability in every harvest. Mr. John Jules is a model agripreneur. He thinks big and he plants big and he harvests even bigger. Rain or shine, Mr. John Jules is devoted for his unwavering dedication, exemplary stewardship of the land, and exceptional contribution to national food security. We proudly honor him and we proudly salute Mr. Stefan John Jules, the Farmer of the Year for 2025.
And that's the Master of Ceremonies, Sheena Harry, at the State House Conference Center yesterday. Meantime, Shane the Gallery has been named Fisher Folk of the Year.
The Fisher Folk of the Year Award. We're proud to present to you our Fisher Folk of the Year, Mr. Shane the Gallery, a dedicated full-time fisherman with over 21 years of service to Dominica's blue economy. Operating from the Roseau Fisheries Complex, he leads a three-man crew, strengthening rural livelihoods and supporting national food security. Mr. De Gallery is known for his professionalism, safety at sea practices, and his commitment to training and sustainability. His accurate and timely data submissions greatly enhance fisheries management and marine resource protection. For his leadership, resilience, and outstanding contribution to sustainable fisheries development, we proudly recognize Mr. Shane de Gallery.
And that's Sheena Harry. Among the awards presented yesterday were Crop Farmer of the Year, Peter Vanti Vidal, Livestock Farmer of the Year, Pearl Langford, and Horticulture Farmer of the Year, Diane Peter Douglas. The Young Fisher of the Year, Shannon Daru, Aquaculture Farmer of the Year, George Fontaine, and Mariculture Farmer of the Year, Tukari Simos Group. The Outstanding Primary School in Agriculture for the year, the Dubla Primary School, and the Outstanding Secondary School, Castlebrooke Secondary School. The Beekeeper of the Year, Dr. Cyril Robinson. DBS News will announce other winners in another newscast. Meantime, the Acting Prime Minister, Dr. Irving McIntyre, says Dominica will maintain a focus on agriculture.
We also very much aware of the importance that agriculture plays in our development. As a matter of fact, Dominica is the highest in terms of the percentage that agriculture contributes to GDP, which is close to 18% in the entire CARICOM region. Most of the other islands are in single figures. We are close to 18% of our GDP comes from agriculture, which is a significant amount. Granted, we want to get to 700 million contribution by 2030. If you were to ask me, I think we're very close to that already. We've done so well that we are 18% of our GDP, but we're still pushing you more because we still think that you can do more. And that is why the government will go to any extent to provide the assistance, whether it be financial, whether it be technical, whether it be the equipment, because we know you can do it, and we have the trust in you. So we will continue to push as much as possible.
And that's the Acting Prime Minister, Dr. Irving McIntyre. Other news this morning, the Executive Director of the Dominica Employers Federation, Achille Joseph, has expressed concerns over the rate increase under the new minimum wage structure that came into effect on December 1. Joseph considers the new rates imposed on the private sector to be unfair when compared to the agreed salary increases for public workers following negotiations with the government this year.
We found that the level of increase is a bit high. It's ranging from 20 to 30% increase. I've been taking into consideration that this was approved and promulgated by the state. The state as an employer, in discussion with the bargaining agents representing public officers, didn't go anywhere close to that for the period 2021 to 2025. Yet still, the same body has imposed that kind of increase on the private sector. We found it to be unfair, taking into consideration that two of the indices that we kind of rely on when we're looking at minimum wage are the GDP and our consumer price index. And these fell somewhere about 15%. This is what we would have expected, the growth in the minimum wage. Bear in mind, it is minimum wage. It's not a market wage. It's not a living wage. Market wage and living wage are all based upon profitability, performance of employees, negotiation. What the state would want to do is to ensure that people are not being paid a wage way below what they think that the category commands. So to then double the minimum wage in terms of the overall increase in the GDP in Dominica is really going into wage increase that should be left for the employer and the employee, or the employer and the bargaining unit to negotiate. So that level of increase, yes, we do have an issue with that.
And that's the Executive Director of the Dominica Employers Federation, Achille Joseph. Former Prime Minister of Dominica, Edison James, says the recent court ruling in his favor against Magistrate Michael Loda is a vindication of his constitutional rights and not about monetary compensation. The High Court in Dominica ruled in favor of James, who challenged Mr. Loda's decision to place him in the court's holding cells on February 16, 2025, when awaiting a possible bail hearing. Mr. James spoke to DBS News on the court ruling this week.
Earlier this year, the magistrate decided to place me in the cell in a matter having to do with the authorities charging 3 of us of my party with incitement. And the matter went before Mr. Luna as part of the process, and he decided that he was going to indict us, which he did. Having decided to indict us, then he had options to hear a bail application from me and to determine whether he was going to grant bail. And if he didn't grant, then he could commit me by his warrant to jail. Mr. Luna, I believe out of malice, spite, decided to put me in the cell. I thought my constitutional right not to be denied freedom was breached, and therefore, on advice from my lawyer, we went to the court. The court first ordered, sent us to mediation. We did that. We didn't have a conclusion there. And so the matter was heard by the judge. And on Friday last week, the judge decided that I was correct, that my constitutional right not to be denied my freedom was breached by the magistrate Loda. In the process, she awarded damages against the Attorney General because we sued Mr. Loda in his personal capacity, and the Attorney General as the employer of Mr. Loda. And so the judge awarded damages and costs. So my mission here was not to do with money, was to do with vindicating my rights to not to be denied my freedom.
And that's the former Prime Minister of Dominica, Edison James. James says the message coming out from the court ruling reminds Dominicans not to fear taking matters to the court. Dominica and the People's Republic of China have renewed a Memorandum of Understanding MOU on cooperation in education. China's ambassador to Dominica, His Excellency Chu Meong-min, made the announcement while handing over 22 scholarships of $1,000 each to students of the Dominica State College yesterday.
China is deeply aware of the crucial role education plays in national development and has consistently prioritized education in its cooperation with Dominica. Since the establishment of diplomatic relations, China has continued granting Chinese government scholarships to Dominican students. The 6 schools currently under reconstruction. Last week, I visited several working sites of the schools together with the Honorable Prime Minister. Confucius Classroom in State College and today's ceremony are all testaments to the educational cooperation between our two countries. This year, we have renewed the Memorandum of Understanding on Educational Cooperation between China and Dominica. The Honorable Minister of Education visited China and signed that MOU together with her counterpart in China. So this is expected to provide more opportunities for Dominican students to study in China.
And that's China's ambassador to Dominica, His Excellency Chu Myung-ming. Meanwhile, Minister for Education Octavia Alfred told the presentation of scholarship ceremony that Dominica is grateful for the collaboration with the People's Republic of China to develop the education sector.
It gives me great joy to be here, not only to celebrate with some of our nation's students, but also to celebrate the enduring friendship between the Commonwealth of Dominica and the People's Republic of China. Today's ceremony is a celebration of partnership, shared vision, and the transformative power of education. As you heard, this is the third year that 21 of our students, and in some cases we even had 22 ones, but this is the third year that students are presented with this award. Of course, it's a scholarship, it's a grant, it's an assistance. $1,000 doesn't just come so. Sometimes we go out of our way to facilitate people, and you hear them say stuff like, so why is that house? So why is that $1,000? You know, but according to where you are, it goes a long way. So this is the third year we are doing that to assist students with their education journey. And as a Minister of Education, I must acknowledge the meaningful cooperation between these two countries, Dominica and the People's Republic of China.
And that's the Minister for Education, Octavia Alfred. Let's head into St. Vincent now, because St. Vincent and the Grenadines is preparing to launch its Citizenship by Investment program, marking a new chapter in the country's economic development strategy. Deputy Prime Minister Major Sinclair Leacock recently provided comprehensive insights into the government's approach, signaling a carefully considered path forward. Leacock outlined a framework that positions the CBI program as a critical tool for national economic transformation. He said citizenship by investment will be an important contributor to the economic transformation that must and will take place. The initiative represents a dramatic departure from the previous administration's stance. Former Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves consistently opposed CBI programs during his 24-year tenure as St. Vincent and the Grenadines Prime Minister. Finally, this morning, the U.S. says it has seized an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela. U.S. President Donald Trump said yesterday, we have just seized a tanker on the coast of Venezuela, a large one, the largest one ever seized. The U.S. Attorney General says the tanker has been sanctioned for many years due to its involvement in an illicit oil shipping network supporting terrorist organizations. Venezuela's government has responded by accusing the U.S. of theft and international piracy, and has previously said it believes the U.S. is actually trying to depose its president, Nicolas Maduro. It is 16 minutes after 7 o'clock. That's news. Don't go away. The sports report comes up shortly.
Peter, where did you put the Lay's chips?
Oh, shucks. I forgot them at home on the counter.
You must be joking. Boy, turn around. No chips, no picnic. He knows that whether it's a picnic, entertaining at home, snacks for the children, or just liming, we always have Frito-Lay chips and snacks with a wide variety of brands, all made natural and continually improving on their products. Frito-Lay snacks is a must for any occasion. There is more than just fun in Frito-Lay snacks. Distributed by Fine Foods Inc. and available at shops and supermarkets all around Dominica. Forgot them at home. He want to spoil my day. Frito-Lay, good food for the fun of it. Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
This Christmas, bring home the joy with NBD. Apply for an NBD credit card or personal loan, and you could be one of our lucky winners in a special Christmas shopping spree. Celebrate the season with friends and family. Shop for your holiday favorites and make this Christmas truly magical. Make your season brighter. Visit any NBD branch today. For more information, go to nbddominica.com or call 767-255-2300. Hurry! This festive offer ends January 9th, 2026. Don't miss your chance to bring home the joy. Terms and conditions apply.
Let's begin the DBS Morning Sports Report with cricket news. The West Indies will need a big effort with the bat later tonight as they look to position themselves for their first Test victory against New Zealand since 1995. The Windies bowlers did well on day 2 to restrict the Black Caps, but New Zealand holds the upper hand heading into day 3. New Zealand, resuming from the overnight score of 24 without loss, were bowled out for 278. Michael Hay, the debutant, got 61, and Devon Conway got 60. Anderson Phillip picked up 3 for 70, and Kemar Roach 2 for 43. The West Indies, in their second turn at the crease, reached 32 for 2 at the close. John Campbell and the night watchman Anderson Phillip at the batters out. Brandon King ended on 15 not out. Kavem Hodge is batting on 3. The scores heading into day 3, the West Indies 205 and 32 for 2. New Zealand 278. New Zealand leads by 41 runs. Meanwhile, the West Indies fast bowler Anderson Phillip says the Windies did well in the field and are still in a good position in the encounter.
I think we're in a pretty good position. We'd have liked the leads to be less, but we will take that any day, anytime, keeping New Zealand under 300. So we'll take that still. No, I think it's fair enough. As I said, we keep them under 300 and we back our batsmen to get whatever and to put up a good total to defend at the end. Yeah, I've been bowling well, so glad to see that it's coming together when it matters. So it's just continuous of my preparation coming into the game.
And that's the West Indies fast bowler Anderson Phillip. Play resumes at 6 o'clock. this evening. Let's move to football news. Bath State FC are into the quarterfinals of the DFA President's Division 1 tournament without breaking a sweat. Bath State were down to take on the Wayne George Academy last night in the round of 16. Wayne George Academy did not show up for that match. The 8 teams into the quarterfinals are Mighty Avengers, Bath State, Fokole FC, South City, Exodus FC, Warner FC, Tarish United FC, and All Saints FC. The quarterfinals will get underway tonight. Fokole FC will take on Exodus at 7 o'clock at the DFA Technical Center. Let's go back to cricket news. Captain of the national 23 and under cricket team, Stefan Pascal, says the difference between Dominica and St. Lucia came down to who was the better prepared team. His comments, as Dominica, they were sent crashing to an 8-wicket defeat inside 2 days in their 3-match with St. Lucia at the Botanic Gardens Wednesday. Dominica, they were bowled out for 150 in their second innings, with Jed Joseph getting 49, Arsenio Fontaine 31. Isaiah Jones took 3 for 20, Tariq Edwards 3 for 43 for the St. Lucians. St. Lucia raced to the target of 105 in 13 overs, hitting 106 for 2. Noel Leo got 40 not out. Dominica's captain, Stefan Pascal, was not happy with the overall results.
I'm going to be frank and I'm going to be honest with you. It was talent versus hard work out there. And you could see talent could only do so much against people that play in the game regularly, they training regularly. So, I mean, that is something that we have to improve. I'm not making excuses. We still could go out there and do better because we all have played the game before and we all have played better than what we brought out. But it's just something to look towards, something that we could think about improving and initiating and doing better in the future.
I'm sure as the captain, you'll probably want to take full responsibility sometimes for the batting display that we saw today and throughout the tournament.
Well, I wouldn't say today because I would much rather not talk about it. But yeah, definitely I put up my hand because even with them, they didn't have the level of preparation, but I had it. So I would take responsibility for whatever happened. You know, there was times that I got in and I gave it away. There was times that I didn't get a start, but at the same time, the way I got out, it wasn't really inspiring from a captain, from your leading batter. So it's just something to work on, you know, something to improve and you know, try my best to lead from the front.
Dominica's captain, Stefan Pascal. Dominica also lost the 3 50 overs matches. Meanwhile, Dominica's head coach, John Fabian, says the senior players led the team down.
Not the type of tournament, not the type of series we expected. On paper, we had the team we thought was good enough. We know was good enough, in fact, to stand up and compete. But on the field, the guys just didn't perform to their ability, to their own abilities. A lot of the senior guys can look back on their own performances and say that they didn't put their hand up, they didn't perform, hence the reason for these humiliating defeats. I won't point fingers at the preparation. A number of the guys have been playing cricket, like the captain himself has been with the Windward setup, the Super 50 setup. So to blame the preparation, I believe it's not. I wouldn't blame the preparation. I would just blame the fact that the senior guys didn't step up and lead the younger ones, the more inexperienced ones. They in fact left the work to the inexperienced ones. So that's the reasons why I would say we didn't have a good showing of ourselves.
Dominica's head coach, John Fabian. Meanwhile, St. Lucia's coach, John Eugene, says he was pleased overall with the showing.
Yeah, I think we very much satisfied with the way the boys played. I think a lot of players put up their hand in both formats of the game. So, you know, it's very pleasing to see that, you know, our players have been growing and really coming for the challenge over in Dominica.
Just give me an idea as to the programs that you have in St. Lucia that has sort of put you in this sort of position today.
we have the Cricket High Performance Center, which 90% of these boys train on a regular basis. They train from Mondays to Fridays, 9 to 12:31, and we have a full complement of staff. We have the SNC who deals with the strength and conditioning. We have the physio who deals with the injuries. We also have free technical staff, which we deal with the technical. So, the program in itself is very beneficial to the development of St. Lucia cricket. I mean, even when you look at how we have played here, it's a testament of the work that the boys put in on a daily basis.
And that's St. Lucia's coach, John Eugene. The final scores in the three-day match: Dominica 124 and 150, St. Lucia 170 and 106 for 2. Finally, this morning we are staying with cricket news because Dominica made it 2 wins in a row in the Windward Islands Under-15 cricket tournament as they punished St. Lucia, winning by 7 wickets on Wednesday in Grenada. St. Lucia, they were bowled for just 50 runs. Batting first, Gershon Joseph continued his impressive run in the tournament, taking 2 for 4 in his 4 overs. Vince Daru got 2 for 6 and Darren Ellick 2 for 6. Dominica replied with 51 for 3, winning by 7 wickets. Derwin Lewis had 29 not out. Dominica will play Grenada today. It is 7:30 in Dominica and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. That's a look at the morning news and sports. We'll bring you a news update at 11 o'clock, another major news package at 1:15 on behalf of the news and sports departments. And our link person, Hazari Williams. Curtis Matthew saying good morning.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe, and Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
This Christmas, bring home the joy with NBD. Apply for an NBD credit card or personal loan, and you could be one of our lucky winners in a special Christmas shopping spree. Celebrate the season with friends and family. Shop for your holiday favorites and make this Christmas truly magical. Make your season brighter. Visit any NBD branch today. For more information, go to nbddominica.com or call 767-255-2300. Hurry! This festive offer ends January 9th, 2026. Don't miss your chance to bring home the joy. Terms and conditions apply.
DBS News. Accurate, up-to-date, professional. We bring you the news of the nation via 3 newscasts, Monday to Saturday at 7 a.m. The DBS Major Morning News, 1:15 p.m. Your lunchtime news bulletin, and at 6 in the evening, the DBS Evening News. Call us at 448-4302. Listen on www.dbcradio.net. Don't forget to like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/DBS Radio. Stay on top of the nation's news with your nation station, DBS. $7:33 is the time here on Your Nature Isle, made possible compliments Whitchurch Insurance. Whitchurch Insurance. Reliability and affordability you can count on. Call them today at 255-1140. Of course, during working hours, that's in the next 27 minutes. Coming up shortly, we bring you your morning's weather report. Just before we do so, I'd like to remind you of your Kalinago word of the day for today. And today, we had a phrase, we are careless. And that's Maona ban habutiwa. Maona ban habutiwa. We are careless in Kalinago. Maona, M-A-O-N-A, ban, B-A-N, habutiwa, H-A-B-U-T-I-W-A. Maona ban habutiwa. We are careless in Kalinago. Join us tomorrow morning, God willing, here in your nation station for another edition of your Kalinago Word of the Day. Made possible compliments FRS Express Diesel. Up next, your morning's weather report.
Make weather information a part of your daily life. Listen to the weather report after the morning news and at 1:10 p.m. daily on DBS Radio. A message from the Dominica Meteorological Service, your trusted source for weather information.
Your morning's weather report made possible compliments the good folks of Flo Dominica and Big Edge Financial.
You've got the edge over your circumstances.